a DA here in Alameda County who ran on a platform of police accountability and ran on a platform to support families like ours. And I hope she's listening to that today. As these families sit here crying for our loved ones, we have the data. We have a long list of names of lives stolen or assaulted that shows it. We must demand change. We must demand a reimagination of public safety. We must demand prevention, because prevention is abolition. Thank you.
Well, I'm gonna let the DA answer that question herself because she's here.
Really?
I mean, when we opened the People's House, I said words that I never thought I would say, which were, y'all welcome the mayor of Oakland to the mic. You all mad Sheng came to APTP? I'm not. Your conversations I could never have with that last lady. But you gonna get on TV and make some promises. That makes it much easier to hold you accountable if you break them. So, I wasn't mad at all.
Let's get rid of her.
Sheng? She just got here. Stop it. I'm not doing the identity politics thing. I'm not. I also never thought that I would say, how many of you were with us all of the times that we protested Nancy O'Malley? How many of y'all, were you with us when we marched to her house? With us when we shut down her office? It been many, many years, 15 years we've been protesting Nancy O'Malley. I could not be happier that she has moved on. So I'm about to say some words that, again, I never thought I'd say in my life. Y'all welcome the Alameda County DA, Pamela to the mic. Power to the people! I never thought I would be the Alameda County District Attorney.
Yes, ma'am.
But it's a new day in Alameda County. Oakland, I'm so proud of you all. I'm so glad that we are out here in the name of justice. There are three things I want to say, and I'm not going to talk long. Yes, it's a new day. Them other folks is gone, most of them. I'm working on the rest, okay? I was in front of O'Malley's office many times protesting about the lack of police accountability in this community. Rick Perez knows I was in front of Mark Peterson's office protesting in Contra Costa County about the lack of police accountability on that side of the line. We have got to hold police accountable. And there's three opportunities to do that in every town and every city. Number one is the police chief and the management of the department. Number two is the mayor and the city administration, who is responsible to make sure that police follow the Constitution and that when they cross the line that they are held accountable. Number three, the last and final resort, is the district attorney.
Yes.
And thank God we have a district attorney today that has marched in these streets with you, that has stood outside of district attorneys' offices saying, y'all need to do better.
Yes.
That has been arrested in protest.
Yes.
And while I urge you now, because we are in a new day, to stay peaceful, y'all know I got arrested in a demonstration where not everybody was peaceful, so I do understand. It's not always good. It's never good to be silent. And as the district attorney of Alameda County, I refuse to be silent. I refuse to be complicit. I refuse to be complicit in murder, in racialized justice, in a failed system that does not respond to people suffering with mental health crisis, that does not provide support to the community. And I understand that when police cross the line and and abuse and exploit people, that is a threat to public safety.
Yes, it is.
I understand that my job, as you have elected me, is to stand for the rights of the people in the courtroom and outside of the courtroom.
Yes.
Is to work to protect public safety. And I've been saying the theme for our first year in office is that it is not enough for us to keep pulling people out of the river.
Right.
Because I can tell y'all, at 3 weeks in, I feel like I'm just pulling people out the river.
Yes.
Every day, I'm trying to pull somebody out the river of criminal injustice.
Right.
Every day.
Right.
It is not enough for us to pull people out the river. We need to go upstream and find out why they keep falling in. In Alameda County, we have an opportunity, and especially in Oakland, we have activism. We have a police commission. We got a new mayor, and it's accountability time all across the board. The people who can hold these departments accountable. Oakland and every 14 to 20 departments that I'm responsible for are our elected officials. And so it is critical that we continue to put pressure on the mayor, on the city administrators, on the city council, on the board of supervisors, on your state assembly people. It's not enough to pass the laws at the state level if we are not going to enforce it. It's not enough to talk the talk if you are not going to walk the walk. I made a commitment to you that when I became your district attorney that I would walk the walk. And I'm here today because I stand for justice. I stand against police murder. I'm facing down police unions. Don't bring it to me. And I need y'all to have my back because they're going to try to come for me. I need y'all to have my back and make them come correct because they don't own this city and they don't own this street. God bless you all, and thank you so much for coming out here.
Thank you, Pamela. And I would say just one thing, like we do have to hold her accountable. We will have to hold her accountable. We cannot just keep electing progressives and then going home. Because that system, that beast, I'm watching what it's doing to my sister, Councilmember Fife. I see, right? And she a warrior and a revolutionary, and she ain't gonna budge for nothing. And so you've seen what they've done to her as a result. Y'all see what they've done to her as a result. Oscar Grant Plaza. The 14 years, that's where we've kicked off almost every action because it was the response to the brutal murder of Oscar Grant that kicked off this iteration of the fight to end state terror. I say this iteration because some of you feel like every time there's a bunch of folks in the streets, you're like, this is the beginning. We've been fighting state terror since the first kidnapped African landed on these shores. Black people ain't never just been like, that's cool, ever. Don't let them tell you that lie. And it was through that fight that I became very close with our next speaker. Y'all show some love for Uncle Bobby, the uncle of Oscar Grant. And his wife here too. You know, they all work with the Aunt B. Y'all get some love to Aunt B too. They work with hundreds and hundreds of families across this country, day in and day out.